set it up to store food within a Mylar bag. And in this particular case, I'm almost finished. I've got some oats on the bottom and another bag. I had some yeast that I was just going to put away inside of that. It's another container. But basically, typically the bucket would be completely full of oats. And what I've been using is just a cheap sealer. I believe it's a Kenmore product, and not much to it. It's not very wide. Perhaps 16 inches wide. You can see it there. And basically, what I try to do is to use the sealer part of this apparatus here in order to actually seal the bag. Now, if you take a look at this bag's about a little over 20 inches wide, so it's definitely not going to fit in that sealer. So I just kind of take you through a couple steps that I do, because what I end up with, what I like to end up with, is a bag inside of this bucket that is actually vacuum sealed for the most part, in addition to the oxygenators that I've got that I also throw in. Everybody's pretty up to date on how you do that. So that's it. May cut away and splice this here in just a couple minutes. Okay, here we go. Basically, the way that I do it here is I take a corner of this bag here and I just use this sealer to seal almost like a triangle, if you will, on one side. And just seal that. Takes a second. And then I basically, after I've got that seal coming across here, I basically then do it again on the other side. Same thing. Get it nice and straight. Put it in here. And you want to pay attention to this because this is going to have to eventually go flat. So this is where you want to make sure you're nice and flat in that area. So you go ahead, seal that one. And what you end up with then is a bag that's got two triangular seals. Then you basically take your scissors, trim it on the outside so the seal is toward the bag on the inside there, and then you do the same thing on this side. You trim the bag. So now we've got a bag that the actual lip of it will fit quite easily into the sealer, as you can see. But now is where we actually need to try to get a seal. And if you've tried to seal these bags, you know that it's not really that easy. And I've already got oxygenators in there, and yeah, I'm looking for a tool. I'll have to cut away. Sorry. Okay, we're back at it again. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is my little tool that I was looking for. What it is, it's a steel leader for fishing, and the leader itself is about over a foot long, and the whole point of this is is to give the vacuum a chance to get in there. And so what I do is I insert that now into this smaller portion of the bag, and I just let it go down into the product basically that I'm trying to work with. And now I'm at a situation where I've got some kind of a means to vacuum the air out without having it vacuum out and then quit before it's actually pulled all the air out. And the whole point here is to get kind of a temporary seal on this, which is what I'm going to make an attempt to do. So we close that up. Now we basically are just going to pull the air out by hitting the canister button, and we're not going to seal it. This is compressing this bag now, pulling all of the unwanted air out of it. Take this camera now and I'll show you what it's actually, you can see the wire here running into that area that I'm backing out. And it's pulling down tight. I had a block of yeast there. You can see it's pulling down around that too, fairly tight. And it's still pulling air out of it. But the trick is that little leader wire coming in. So at some point in time, when I think it's enough, I'll try to keep the camera here. And you can see even the sides of the bag has collapsed. Now, speaking of that, let me say that I'm using a 7mm bag. I just got these. They're really too heavy for this process. I think I'd go back to the 5mm rather than these 7mm bags. So, it's about all the air that I can pull out of it. Again, you can see the line here. Now I'm just going to do a vacuum and seal. Now that does not really totally seal it, because when I pull that wire it's going to start to let out some of the air. You can probably hear it. Then I just basically close it up real quick and hit the seal button one more time. And it keeps it pretty well sealed. Most of the oxygen has been pulled out of it, so the absorbers don't have to work real hard. And that's it. So I've got a nice seal coming across here. I've got seals over here on this side and across here and on the other side. And that's the trick. And this is the little gadget, this little fishing wire leader that lets me actually continue to suck air out of this bag. So there you have it. I hope you can give this a shot. If you're into this, I like it better than the iron. So there you are. Take care.